Hey, what's up? What's up, people? What's up, everybody? What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, people? How y'all doing on this beautiful afternoon? This is me, Ben the Messenger, man. I'm back on here with another video. Title of this video is going to be, I decided to make a part three of talking about Rampage Jackson's son, Roger, and the situation that he had with the wrestler, beating up the wrestler real bad. I'm going to say, uh, social media, the internet is toxic. Me personally, I'm off of social media like Facebook or whatever, especially Facebook, man. But man, I'm gonna tell you, man, this social media stuff, this internet stuff, really be making people crash out. Really causes people to really lose their mind. People really be doing some of the most evilest, heinous, crazy stuff just off of peer pressure and just off of bad influences, man. Because I will say that night before that Roger guy, Rampage Jackson's son, did what he did to Psycho Stu, the pro wrestler, you could see while he was sitting out ringside, he was on live stream talking to his live stream, talking to people on live, and you could hear him saying what he was going to do to this man. You could hear him basically like it comes off as might as well be premeditated murder. Him saying exactly what he was gonna do to him, telling the chat, "Yeah, I'm gonna hurt him real bad. I'm really gonna hit him. I'm really gonna do this and do that." You know, and that and this Roger guy, uh, just an just an idiot, man, and just the real life, just dummy. I'm gonna tell you, man, that right there is a clear sign of weak mindedness. Like anytime, anytime you allow people that you don't even know bait you and uh mentally and psychologically amp you up to that point to where you dang near want to kill somebody, man, you don't need to be in no type of combat sports. You don't need to be trying to compete in any type of combat competitions at all, because you are a danger to society. You are a danger to the community and to others, including yourself. This a person like that is like is basically a ticking time bomb, self destruct type person. The fact of the matter is, man, the guy apologized to you. The guy apologized to you. The guy told you that he was sorry and he was, sincere and genuine about it. Y'all shook hands. You plainly nodded your head and said, "Okay, everything cool." They agreed to allow to let you, get in that match to just, get your lick back, get a slam or whatever, and that's it. Or whatever they told you to do, that's what you were supposed to have done. You got your lick back, and it is what it is. And you hear him after the chaos and after the fight that went on, after the fight and stuff that went on in the ring. You hear him saying that he ain't no punk and that he tired of people. He ain't no punk and that he tired of people calling him a B and all this and that. So, and then you heard him, when he was on live talking to, his stream on live, you could clearly hear him saying stuff like, my dad couldn't, my dad ain't gonna never be able to call me no bitch after that. So this proves right here that, yeah, you were trying to prove something. You wanted to prove that you were tough. You wanted to prove that you had something to prove. And it's like, and like I said, my thing is, man, if you really felt so strongly about that, if you wanted to fight the man that bad, you should have took off on him when y'all were face to face early on after he smashed the can across your head. You don't sneak nobody like that. You snuck them, you caught them off guard. And not only that, man, like you so weak minded that you let people online, you let internet trolls get in your head that bad to psych you up to do something crazy to somebody, to where you dang near murder somebody. And for you to do something like that in front of thousands and millions of people, man, you just like, bro, you just straight up menace, man. You definitely need to do time. I tried to kind of understand, like, and try to, what I'm saying, understand where, where, your side, his side of the story, you know what I'm saying? I kind of tried to maybe sympathize just a tad little bit. The guy shouldn't have never hit him with the can or whatever, but that compared to what he did in that ring, man, doesn't amount up to that. Completely overkill, but and I understand a lot of people are upset about this man because this guy, for what I hear, he's a war veteran and he served in the military and he was already dealing with like um, military PTSD and the only way that can help calm his mind is he found this wrestling. He does this wrestling, this pro wrestling, has become his thing, his life, to keep his mind stable. And then then something like this happens to him. It's a sad situation. Uh to Psycho Stu, my condone I wish you all the better, my brother. I hope that you make a full recovery. My prayers and blessings go out to you and your family. And I'm sorry, man, that that something like this went on and happened to you, man. It was definitely, it wasn't uncalled for. You were caught off guard. You were snuck because it wasn't like it was a fair fight. If it was a fair fight and the guy, Roger, Roger Jackson, he got the best of him and did what he did, okay. But and even then, but it's like, you know, and now people are wanting to be racist and say racist things to Rampage Jackson and everything else. Now I would say, it's no need for people being racist and calling people animals and monkeys and all this old stuff. It's like, you know, I feel like sometimes everybody should be able to be upset, you be mad and be angry, but you don't have to take it to the part where you start making it a race thing and that folks, out of emotions and anger, some people will start showing their actual true colors and how they really feel about certain types of groups. And it's just a whole bad situation, man. And that dude, he ruined his career. His career didn't even start. It ended it ended well, way before it even started. Maybe this was God saying, no, I don't want you fighting. I don't want you doing no UFC because your mind ain't right. Your mental state ain't right. I ain't gonna let you get into this. So I'm gonna cause you to crash out and ruin all this because I don't want you in this. It's just like, man, this internet is the main problem. Social media stuff is the main problem, man. That's why me personally, I don't be on Facebook. I don't be on I all that stuff, man. I just do YouTube or whatever, but it's like, you know, you can't worry about what people say about you, man. Yes, it pisses you off and it makes you mad. You can fight. You know what you can do. You know your capabilities, man. You ain't gotta prove nothing to nobody. Let people talk. Cause chances are, if these people was to have seen you in person, they wouldn't have that same energy. A lot of times they don't. People just run off at the mouth and they just talk. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have more discipline in that, bruh. You let people trick you out your position and mess up your life. And it seems like you got some serious mental issues, man. You do. You need to go get some help. You need to go get some therapy. Real talk. We all go through stuff, man. But you need to go get some help seriously, bruh. Because it seems like that you had no control. You just simply just blacked out and went crazy and dang near killed somebody, man. And it looked like you didn't have no it looked like you didn't have no intentions, of stopping. You was gonna beat this man to a bloody pulp to where he was choking on his own blood in his teeth. How cruel can you get, my boy? Seriously, man. It's just like, and I will say, man, like it's and I hate to say this, but it's like it's always, man, and I don't even want to put the race in it, but it's like it's prime example. It's like, man, it's always us black Americans. It's other races too. It's white Caucasians that do stuff. It's Hispanics, Indians. So all so I'm not trying to completely make this a right, but it's like it's us, man. Us black and brown people. It's like we always, and this is why other people, other races don't like us for real, and that's why black people and brown people are stereotyped so bad because of stuff like this. And you notice he was the only I think for so far he was like the only black person that was in that building, and you surrounded by a bunch of Caucasians, white people, man. And I have nothing against white people or any race. I love everybody. I've had all type of friends that were different races and different colors and stuff and different nationalities. I love everybody, white, black, Hispanic. If you got a good personality, you're a great person. You got a good heart, man. And you real, and you seem like an upstanding person, an upstanding man, an upstanding guy, despite you know what, what race, what race you are, what color you are. I, I I mess with you. You know what I'm saying? It's not about that. It's about character at the end of the day. But it's just like people like him, man, need to be dealt with, man. Seriously. So I just want to come on here and say that, man. Anytime you let people manipulate you like that into attempting attempted murder, that's an issue, man. Very weak minded. You got some issues, man. Straight up. So I just want to come on here and say that if anyone liked this video, if anyone um agree with anything in this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment down below. And I appreciate all the ones that watch me and that subscribe to my channel and that and that watch me and that support my channel. I really appreciate it. Y'all take care, and I will catch y'all with the next video as soon as possible. Peace out. Been the messenger.